We're at the famous Gillhams Fishing Resorts in Krabi, Thailand. Welcome to WTF. Let's go. Here we are then, this famous Gillhams Fishing Resorts in Krabi, Thailand. As you've probably already seen, I'm fishing peg C3. I stayed in this peg for the whole week that we were there. As you can probably also see, the weather was incredibly wet at the time that we were there. Do I think that helped the fishing? Quite possibly. As you see at the moment, I'm recording because I was getting quite a lot of liners just after it had rained. And this video is going to be a little bit of information about our trip, some information on rigs and bait. Not too much, but it'll give you a little insight into what we were doing and what you can expect to do if you go to Krabi in Thailand and fish at Gillhams or indeed anywhere else. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give us a like, a subscribe if you fancy. We have some really special fish to show you in this video as well, so stay tuned for that. So while we're looking at the rods, I thought I should mention that everything you see in this shot is provided by Gillhams for the week. You get 2 rods as standard. We paid for a third one. So you get £6 free spirit cat tamer rods, big black cat reels, loaded with Gillhams own braid, the alarms, the pod, the swingers, everything's provided for you. You also get your own guide, and as you'll see shortly, they speak rather good English.
Shut up, you
So let's get into the fishing. We are barely 2 hours into the session and I am in. I'll show you the best bits of this clip because it's nearly 15 minutes long. As you can imagine, these fish take some time to land.
Well done, Dad.
Thank you. I've not got it in yet.
Shall I push him in?
Zoom here, zoom here. Zoom him. No. You zoom here. You zoom. I like him ass. Boleh. Dan?
I'm a little bit hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh no, sexy, really sexy. Oh, it's good, nice and bend load, man. Yeah. You think what fish?
Carp.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
It was quite big.
I think over 100 for sure, man. Yeah.
It feels like it.
Really?
Yeah. It's very heavy.
Really? Who's that? This sexy lady? Where the hook, Dan? You think?
In the mouth.
Yeah. Well, again. Where the hook?
In the mouth.
That's it. Over 100 for sure.
For sure?
Yeah. Over 100.
You've got to love Yurt. What a funny guy. To be fair, all the guides are fantastic, but Yurt does have a rather great sense of humour.
Yay. That's a big one. That's pretty big.
So as you can see, a really good fish in the net early on. We'd barely been fishing 2 hours and this one was estimated at £140. I think the smiles say it all.
Can't put that one on Facebook now.
Yeah. Really? Thank you. Yeah, I love many people put Facebook on.
Yeah, of course.
You can do it. Make everybody smile.
Yeah. I put the carp on this morning.
So we're into our second fish on day one. As you can see, the sun was out day one, the only day that it decided to make an appearance. This fish went £80. Next up is Dad's turn.
Will be if I manage to get it in.
So on this trip I went with my dad Mark and my missus Zoe, who you would have seen in one of the earlier clips. Dad actually lives in Thailand, so he's fished a lot of places in Thailand. If this one goes in the net, this will be his first fish, and I will have had two. And it's still early doors on day one.
Get in!
You're a bit hot after that.
Huh?
Are you a little bit hot after that?
What, can you see him? I've sweated a few beads.
A little bit, yeah.
I think I am quite warm, yeah. Woo! Splendid. Splendid.
So this was the third fish of the day. This one also went £80, so that's 3 fish between us very early on. A cracking start, I think you'll agree. And they just got better from there. There's this fish here, which was £137, really didn't want its picture taken. And then right at the death, we had another fish. As you can see, we were fast losing the light. This fish was the last one of the day, went £117, so that ended with 5 fish for us, with 3 over £100 to £140. What an incredible start. Day 2 was quiet for me, culminating in a blank. Dad, on the other hand,
Well done, Mark.
120. If my cue.
Morning.
Okay.
Grab the fin.
Yeah, I've got
You have to smile. You smile.
Oh, I smell when
yeah.
I lift him, don't
Why
worry.
scare
Okay.
you? Scare you.
after this, in the pouring rain, Dad had an absolute monster. Now, I mentioned earlier that the rain made the fishing better, and I do 100% believe this. After every time it rained, the fish seemed a lot more active. However, the rain did not make it easy to record or get good audio, as you can probably tell.
Put the head up a little bit. No, you don't mess up me again. Okay. Off you go. We are.
Estimated at £168. An absolute clonker, as John Wilson would say. Now you can see here that I'm doing some spomming. Spomming accurately and putting plenty of bait out was very important for us on our trip, and the guides will tell you the exact same thing. If spomming is not your strong point or not something you do a lot of, I would highly suggest having a bit of practice before you come out to Gillhams. It will definitely pay you back. So far, I've had 4 fish, 3 being over the magical £100 mark. Dad has had 3 fish, with 2 being over the magical £100 mark, and obviously one of those being the magnificent £168 pounder. So that brings us to day 3. Day 3 we had a fish each, both estimated around the £90 mark. I didn't get any footage of those, unfortunately. But you have to bear in mind I was on holiday, so my primary concern wasn't really recording at this point. I was just enjoying the scenery, enjoying the fishing, and having a great time with my family.
Just a light shower.
So I thought we should go through some of the tackle we've been using this week. Now, I'm sure some of the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed that I've got a rather nasty looking cut on my ear here. So I hung up a rig in the cellar, on a hook in the middle of the cellar, with the hook dangling down, bent down to make a PVA bag, and as I stood up, the inevitable happened. The hook pricked me in the ear, I pulled away from it, and it whipped straight through my ear. So just a word of advice, don't be silly with your hooks, and don't make the same mistake I did. It's not really going to be anything new to a lot of viewers. You know, it's nothing really drastically different to what anyone else has done in their videos when they come out here to Gillham. So these are pretty essential bits of kit that you're probably going to want. You've got your fade solid PVA bags, slow melt ones, nearly. Bits of foam and cork to quickly balance your baits. £50 armour cord, some braid scissors, wide gate double X hooks. I haven't really used the 6s, but mostly used the 4s. I've got through nearly 2 or 3 packs this session. Bait stops, drill. This has been brilliant. The OMC hook sharpener, just to keep those hooks in tip-top condition. Long baited needle for your PVA bag, so you can fish them slow sinking, pull the hook link through them. Swivels, which I haven't really used, to be honest, as you look to loop everything on. Bait needles, a lighter, fairly standard stuff you find online, to be fair. It's just your standard pellets and boilies that you supplied, although we have got through quite a bit extra compared to what we were given at the start of the week, particularly a bit more bait. Some wafters for your hook baits, they've done really well for us this week, and a little bit of something to jazz up your pellets, just something a little bit different to what everyone else is doing. I think that always is a bit of an edge. Yeah, that's pretty much it for your tackle. Then we'll move on to the rig, which, as you can see, it's a fairly beefed up but standard hair rig setup. There's a small overhand loop knot on the shank of the hook just to keep the hair close to the hook. You'll be fishing fairly critically balanced with your baits, so they waft up due to the way the Siamese Carp feed, but we won't go into that too much. There's plenty of information about that online. The rigs were generally between 2 to 3 foot long. I prefer the longer rigs personally, if you can cast them out the distance that you needed. And you'd be fishing them parachute style, so the PVA bags will be threaded onto the line, pulled down into the hook. This just helps prevent tangles on the cast and presents nicely, pushes everything away from the lead when it lands.
45 times 47
I'm good. No, 47 times 45 times 45.
times 45 divided by 800, 118.
Yes, I actually got one. Look out.
So day 4 sees us bank 3 more for carp, first one being £118. The second and third fish came as a brace, one at £70 for Dad and one at £121 for me. Now the guides estimate the weight of the fish, they take some measurements, and they're actually really quite accurate, as we will see coming up shortly. My biggest advice when fishing Gillhams would be to listen to the guides. These guys, they spend every day of the week there. It's in their best interest for you to catch fish. They know the best methods, how much bait to put in. They'll put you on the fish. If you listen to the guides, you won't go too far wrong.
Oh yeah.
And so we move on to day 5. Just a casual 4 fish between us for this day, 2 of which are over the magical £100 mark, and a couple of smaller ones at £70, and Dad had one at £60. I'm not going to dwell on these too much, as day 6 was a rather special day. So it's mid-morning and I get a call from Dad Swim saying he's into a fish, but he doesn't think it's a carp. Well, it turns out he was correct in that assessment, as it appeared in front of us. Well, we thought it was an arapaima to start with. Turns out it was not an arapaima.
Pull your arms out, yeah? Okay. Ready, Don? 3, 2, 1. You're going to have to pull this your end of the neck down, bro. Ready?
Turns out it was an alligator gar, and at around £80 estimated, the guides reckon this was probably one of the biggest alligator gars, if not the biggest alligator gar in the lake. A fantastic fish, if a little unexpected. It was caught on a carp rig. Obviously they're quite hard to hook anyway, alligator gars. They've got very bony mouths and some savage teeth. They're not called alligator gar for no reason. So a fantastic result. A short time later.
You want me going there and help you lift it, wouldn't you? Oh, okay. That's massive, man.
It is massive.
You might even get them to weigh that.
Well, that'd be lovely if they would.
Well, just ask Ollie. You can only say no, wouldn't they? Plus that is
That's huge. 56.
56 times 50.
6 times 50 times 50 divided by 800. 175.
Holy
175.
Oh, done my 175.
Yeah, wait for Ollie.
Yeah.
This, I remember him, this one. This monster carp.
It's the big.
Is it 176 for the remaining one?
One of the bigger ones.
180.
We had a 200. That's not big. I mean, we had a 200. It's not that fish, it's a lot darker. He's got different pattern that's than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just short of 180, 2 lines short of 180.
As I mentioned earlier, the guide's estimates are pretty bang on. So they estimated it at £175 going off the measurements, and it turned out to be £176. So I'm just sat at the laptop editing this video for you guys. I just wanted to say at the time, it hadn't really sunk in what an unbelievable fish that was. £176 Siamese carp. Beyond my wildest dreams. Could never have thought about catching something like that. I'll be very lucky to ever catch something like that again. Fish of a lifetime. And that wasn't it for the final day. Also had another fish of £115. And that brings us on to day 7, where I also had another 2 fish that were over the magical £100 mark. And as you can see, the second fish was caught in the absolute pouring rain, literally seconds before we were due to reel in on the last day. It went £120. Also on the last day, the guy next door had another massive fish. This one was also weighed £180. What an incredible place this is.
That's bigger than the one yesterday, isn't it? That looks huge.
An incredible week, I think you'll agree. Between us, we had over a ton of fish. 21 fish, 14 for me, 11 over £100, of which obviously one was the large, huge fish of £176. Dad had 7 fish with 2 over the £100 mark, including a beast of £168, and obviously the big alligator gar estimated £80. Fantastic place, Gillhams. There really is nowhere else like it. I get asked quite regularly, having been to Gillhams a few times, whether it's worth going. In my opinion, it's one of, if not the best fishery in the world. Fantastic place, beautiful scenery, the guides are fantastic, the owners are great, everyone's great, even the chefs, people that serve you food every day, everyone is spot on. I'll leave a link in the description to Gillham's website if you wish to book yourself on. I implore you to do so, you will not regret it. If you made it this far into the video, thanks so much for watching. I'll leave you with another clip of a massive carp being returned. If you've got a trip planned to Gillhams, or you've been to Gillhams before, I'd love to hear your stories. Leave us a comment below. I'll leave you with a few clips of our trip to Koh Samui, where Zoe and I went after we left Gillhams. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.